Hola, bienvenidos. Welcome to beautiful Veracruz. Buenos dias, good morning country collectors. Today we are taking a guided excursion outside of Jalapa to two Pueblo Mexicos, Coatepec and Xico, as well as touring the farm at Bola de Oro to learn more about the history and production of their coffee.
We can't wait to show you around, but before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of our future adventures. And please leave us a comment. We love to hear from you.
Yes, right now we are just waiting for our guide Armando, then we're gonna hit the road. Come along.
Look who's here!
Yay.
How you doing? Adam.
Buenos dias. This is Armando, who we're going to be taking the tour with all day.
Very excited. I can't wait to get started.
Let's do this.
Get out here and check out this view, babe.
We took a little pit stop, and over here you can see Cofre de Perote, which is a volcano. But look what's over here, Pico de Orizaba, the tallest mountain here in Mexico. And as you can see, it is so lush and green. Armando was just saying that it rains over 200 days out of the year here. So that's why it's so good for agriculture. Down here, there's sugarcane, there's also banana trees and coffee plantations. It's just incredible. Welcome to our first stop. We are here at Finca Roma, which is one of the most iconic coffee plantations of Bola de Oro. It actually dates back to 1902. And if you saw some of our previous videos from Veracruz, you know that it is a top producer in coffee. They have quite a coffee culture here. Bola de Oro is like the most popular one, the most well-known in the region. So here we're gonna go to the museum, then tour the grounds, and then end with a coffee tasting. Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's do it.
My name is Paco. Well, my name is Francisco, but here in Mexico, all the Franciscos are known as Paco.
Interesting.
So that's my nickname. I'm the manager here, and today I'm gonna be your guide.
Okay, thank you.
Guys, please be my guest. Grab a hat.
Oh, this one looks classic.
Yeah, that's
a classic one.
Oh,
there
that's...
you go. That's the
I think you guys ready
I'm
to
ready.
Go and do some.
We're ready to rock.
Golf production.
Alright.
Okay, guys. So you guys feel like walking a little bit?
Yeah, let's
Perfect.
Okay, let's do it. Bola de Oro owns several plantations all over Coatepec, but the one we are right now is the biggest one. Most of the coffee that we process comes from this plantation.
How big acres?
Acres would be about 20 acres. So this is the beginning of the magic, because we're gonna lay all the seeds right here in order to germinate. We use sand because the sand keeps the moisture, and also it's a soft soil.
Oh yeah.
For all the coffee beans. The coffee beans are quite vulnerable to rain, to sunlight, so that's why we use this kind of soil. In here, the coffee bean will grow, and the first sign of a proper germination is what we call the butterfly.
Yeah, that does look like a butterfly.
So this is the first sign that the coffee bean is germinating properly. If there are more leaves, or there is only one leaf, or the leaves are not firm like these ones, that means something is going wrong, and we have to check on, okay? Because in order to have the best coffee, we need to keep an eye on every single step. If we don't take care of every step, we're gonna screw it up. Okay?
Quality control.
Quality control, okay?
Yes.
So that's the first sign. That's the first sign of a proper germination. And then we go to this.
Wow.
From this moment to this moment, there has been, we spent about 2 months waiting for this moment. Okay. Then, when all the leaves bloom, it's been already 5 months. So we have 2 months here, and then 5 months here.
Wow.
This is what we call the real leaves, because now we're gonna see many leaves, 2, 3, or 4 pairs. After this, we're gonna move to these little tubes that we call tubetes. What difference can you tell from these tiny plants to this one?
They have a thicker...
They have a stalk, a thicker stalk.
The leaves are bigger.
The leaves are bigger, are
Stronger.
green.
Yeah,
So now,
darker green.
You can, I mean, they're quite strong.
Yeah.
You can touch them, they will remain. You won't destroy your plants. But if you see this one, the leaves are kind of
Sad.
falling down. They're sad, they're upset. That's because something went wrong on these ones.
Okay.
And these ones are the ones, the good quality plants that we want to plant on the plantation. Because these are the ones who are going to give us quality coffee.
And this right here, this is showing that this is just like the region.
Yeah.
This is the best region
Exactly.
in the world.
We
Right
are
here.
between the tropics, Capricorn and Cancer, and in between, that's what we call the coffee belt.
So have you always loved coffee? Was this like a passion?
Well, to be honest, when I was younger,
Yeah.
I wasn't like a coffee enthusiast, but then I started working, and that's when you realize how useful the coffee is. I mean, you wake up like upset, and then you drink a cup of coffee, and you feel like, okay, let's do
Superman.
it. I can do anything. Okay, now we're gonna head to the plantation.
All right.
Okay, so now we're entering the plantation.
Wow, look at how lush and verdant and green it is.
If you breathe, you'll feel the freshness of the air.
Oh, yes.
And also, the climate has changed. We were there on the yard. It was a little bit hot,
Yes.
right? And right here, it feels different, feels a little bit fresher.
Cool, yeah.
And if you see around, you'll see many trees around us. Well, there is an important reason why we keep all these trees. These trees are providing shade to all this plantation, because if the sunlight hits the plant 24/7 or 12 hours a day, it's gonna burn the plant.
I see.
It's gonna burn these little coffee beans that are growing.
Okay, yeah.
So that's why all these trees are providing shade, enough shade for the plants to have both sunlight but also shade, humidity, and also a freshness.
The spider right back here.
When it comes to spiders here in Mexico, the bigger the better.
Oh, yeah?
If you see a tiny one, then you better run.
Okay.
But if you see a big one, don't be scared. It might bite you, but it won't kill you. I mean, it's gonna just make you
Just
feel
like
a little
me.
bit deep.
Just like me. The bigger ones, they're more gentle, and you don't have to be afraid of
The
them.
robustos ones.
I might bite
are
you.
better.
I might bite you, but it won't hurt you that bad.
Now if I bite you.
Yes, watch out for the Heidi bite. I've experienced it. Can lay you up for days.
So as you can tell, there are already some coffee beans growing.
Yeah, some green
These are
ones.
quite green. They're
Yeah.
not ripe.
Okay.
It takes up to 8 or 9 months for the coffee beans to be full ripe. It's almost like a baby.
Yeah, you really got to
beginning-
take care of
Yeah.
them, nurture
At the
them.
beginning of the year, there is a bloom, a flowering. So you will see the coffee plants covered with white tiny flowers
Okay.
with a really nice aroma. Then these flowers, they fall, and that's when the countdown starts. From the bloom, you will have to wait up to 9 months
Okay.
to get a fully grown coffee bean. When it's red and big, that's when it's ripe. Okay, that's when it's time for all these collectors to start collecting the coffee.
Okay.
Here, we do not say collector, we say piscador.
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 Because in the Mexican slang, this is piscar. This,
Piscar.
like
Taking.
doing like
Picking.
grabbing, like picking.
Yes.
That's piscar.
Okay.
And pisca means that we're gonna collect all the coffee.
Okay.
So whenever you say, okay, it's time for the pisca, that means the people is getting ready to collect all the coffee beans. Now we're gonna start with the processing plant.
Okay.
Here in Mexico, we do not say processing plant, we say beneficio. In the red coffee bean, it has some benefits, but not as many as they will have after all this process. So that's why we call it beneficio.
Makes sense.
So this is the first step. This is called despulpadora. We put all the red coffee beans here, all the mature, and we start turning this wheel. And what it's gonna make is gonna rip off the husk or the pulp. Okay, that's the first step. These coffee beans are quite sticky because after the pulp, there is some sugar protecting the coffee bean. Okay, so on this picture right here, we're gonna see we have the husk that we already ripped off. And then we have mucilage, which is this sticky substance filled with sugar.
Okay.
Okay? But we need to take out all this sugar. So we will put all the coffee, we will fill all those pools with coffee.
Wow.
And you know, fermentation is a basic process where water and sugar are combined and they create alcohol. Okay?
Right.
Because we need to get rid of all this sugar that is protecting the bean. Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna take from 18 to 35 hours, depending also on the weather conditions. If it's too hot, it's gonna be faster. If it's too cold, it's gonna take up to 35 hours. And then we go to the next step, which is the drying.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, so Alan,
Yes.
I need you to volunteer.
Yes, I'm a good
We're
volunteer.
hiring people here, so I need to see your skills. You're gonna take this shovel and you're gonna spread all the coffee all over this tiny. Okay, that. Can he take you for this
Yeah,
one?
right.
Yeah? No mind to you.
You're hired.
Okay, so you're gonna be our next arreador.
Cool
Alrededor.
beans.
Cool beans.
That's the drying process. That's the traditional drying process. So we would spread all these coffee beans on the jars that you see right there. These
Okay.
huge jars were covered with this coffee,
Yeah.
and someone was day and night shoveling these beans. Why? Because we're sun drying these coffee beans,
Okay.
and they have to be sun dried on all the sides. Would you volunteer for that?
I get free coffee and I can play the bango they have set up.
Okay, so that's the original way to do it. Now we have these huge dryers. For over 12 hours, these huge dryers will be turning and drying the coffee slowly but surely until the coffee is almost dry, like the one we have here.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It almost looks like
This is-
peanuts.
exactly.
Doesn't it? Yeah, cacahuates.
Do not eat it. No, do not eat it. And that's what we call gold coffee.
Gold coffee.
Gold coffee because it's color,
Cafe oro.
and also because it's now valuable. I mean, one of these is quite valuable.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that's why we call it oro coffee. Okay, so once that we have the dried coffee, we have to select the coffee because not all coffee beans have the quality to be a Bola de Oro coffee.
Okay.
Okay, we have to select only the bigger or the biggest coffee beans.
Okay.
Okay. Why? Because the bigger, the better. The more flavor it adds to our coffee, and the tiny ones won't add any flavors to our coffee. They're gonna make it a little bit like sour or maybe bitter.
Too bitter.
So that's why we do not want the small ones.
Okay.
And what these machines are gonna do, they're gonna start vibrating, and the tiny coffee beans will drop. And only the big ones will remain. This was created about 60 years ago, 60 to 70 years ago. And now we have these electronic coffee sorters. Okay? So here you select size and also color. Because what if a green coffee sneaked into our coffee? And we don't want that kind of coffee. We only want this gold oro coffee.
Right.
So that's why this machine is gonna help us select not only the bigger one, but also have enough quality as to be a Bola de Oro coffee.
That's a smart machine.
It's quite a smart machine.
Wow.
This is the gold coffee I told you about.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Adam, please grab one. Do not eat it.
I almost did.
I saw you. I'm gonna give you some coffee further ahead, okay? So could you peel it off?
Yeah.
Yeah, it still
Oh
has
yeah,
some
the
husk
husk comes right up.
protecting
Yeah.
the seed. When we get rid of the husk, we have this, which is green coffee. The color has changed, and this coffee is ready to be roasted. So we use these huge machines
Wow.
to peel off once again, that husk. Okay? How was it done a long time ago? Adam, I need someone strong. Because we're gonna be on TV. So you're gonna grab one.
All right.
I'm gonna grab this one. Okay, you ready? Let the strongest one win.
Oh
Go
yeah.
Adam, go Paco.
Okay, who won?
I think you both. It was a tie. It was a tie.
It was a tie. Wait, I have to
What's
first
the
have to
first
do my.
one? You're sweating. I'm not sweating at all.
He wins.
Okay, so this is a mortero.
Mortero.
Mortero, yeah, because it helps us to peel off the coffee bean
Wow.
once again. This used to be a female work. Usually we have these morteras, which is the female of mortero.
Okay.
There's some ladies doing this all day long.
Wow. They
Yeah.
must be very strong.
Get to work,
Yeah.
Heidi.
And this is the coffee has been roasted.
Right.
Okay, so this is a medium roast. This is a dark roast. Look at this.
Yeah, you can tell by the color.
Exactly. And this is a blend.
Oh, nice.
Some people think that the more roasted, the better. It is not. Usually when we do coffee tastings, we use a medium roast because the more we roast the coffee, the more flavors we'll lose. Okay?
Oh.
It's like a steak. Usually steaks should be eaten raw or like
medium rare, yeah.
because it has more flavors on it. If we like completely burn this steak, or we do it well done, it's not gonna be as good.
Wow, look at this room.
This used to be a coffee storage. Before turning into a museum, you will see this room filled with these coffee sacks. So, you wanna take a seat? I invite you to my house.
Your office.
It's quite comfortable.
Oh it looks like it.
It's a little bit like
Our day on the coffee plantation.
hard day work.
Wow, what an interesting day so far. It's been so beautiful, and the knowledge we've gained, I feel like I appreciate that coffee that I drink even more now. And speaking of drinking coffee, we are gonna go and try some magnificent Bola de Oro right now. Come along. Ready? 1, 2. Oh, some coffee grounds it looks like.
Let's see.
I'll tell you what, that is not Nescafe. No, the smell is so robusto, just like me. It just fills your lungs and your nose. It's really nice.
I can smell it from over
So
here.
for this tasting, we're gonna have 3 rules, okay?
Okay.
Well, you're not allowed to say it's coffee. You're not allowed to say it smells like coffee. And you're not allowed to say it tastes like coffee. Okay, so we're gonna put our brains to work and we're gonna try to find different flavors. Because the coffee has moreover than 100 different aromas and flavors. So we're gonna try to identify some of these. Okay?
It's like a wine
no
tasting.
coffee. If you say it smells like coffee, then you go.
You're out of here.
Okay?
There's a coffee taster wheel right here as well, so you can really, if you're not an expert, you can still find some words to describe it.
I love it.
So this coffee is already ground. Please grab some and tell me. Do you think this is a medium grind? This is a fine?
I would say this is a medium grind.
Medium, okay. I see you're into coffee because that's exactly a medium.
I might use this in like a French press.
Okay. For a French press, I would suggest you to use thicker.
Okay.
Yeah, thicker grind because you don't want.
I've been doing it wrong all these years.
Wrong answer. Okay, that's why we are here to learn about coffee. Okay. What about the roast? Would you say it's medium roast, dark roast?
I would say medium, right? Medium to dark, maybe?
Medium to dark, okay.
I would say dark. It's got like a very strong aroma to it.
Okay, one big surprise. This is medium roast.
Oh, wow.
This is medium roast.
Wrong again.
Man, I'm 0 for 0 and 0 for 2.
Okay, now we're gonna pick it up and we're gonna shake it. We're gonna shake this cup.
Shake, shake, shake.
What are we doing here? Besides dancing, we're also heating
Warming it up.
this ground coffee. And when we heat a substance, it starts to react. Oh, it's different. Does it change a little bit?
It did. There's more aroma to it now. I feel like it's almost like when you take your wine glass and you do the little swirl to get the air in there. It's
because we add some heat on it, and then the coffee starts to react. It's funny, but people think that the coffee starts like reacting when we add hot water. But at the very moment when we grind the coffee, that's where it starts reacting. So that's the very beginning of the coffee process. And now we're gonna add some boiling water on our coffee and see how it reacts. I get some cinnamon odors.
I can smell the canela.
Canela. Vanilla, a little bit.
It's so complex.
It really is.
Okay, now all this foam that you see, we're gonna take it and we're gonna put it on this red cup we have until our cup is completely free of foam.
Whoa.
Okay. What we are doing here is that we are also giving some oxygen to the coffee, and that's gonna help us identifying the flavors.
Teeth together, and then.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that was good.
It's got a really intense flavor to it when you do it like that. I think it's the air in there as well.
Yeah.
I didn't get the sound quite like him, but
There, that
there
was
it is.
good.
There it is. I feel like this cup of coffee is a lot like me and Heidi as a couple. It was worth the wait, and it's the perfect mix of fuerte y suave.
Salud.
Hello.
Gracias
Thank
por
you for
todo.
being here. Thank you for tasting our coffee. I hope you guys liked our coffee, liked our tour.
Oh, we loved it.
We've experienced so much of Mexico now. The people are incredible, the food, the music, the culture, and now the coffee.
What a wonderful way to start our day, and that's coming from someone who doesn't even drink coffee.
From a coffee lover, I feel like my appreciation has been deepened, and I also feel like I can taste coffee even better now.
Yeah, the tour took a little over 2 hours. It cost 150 pesos. If you want to make a reservation for it, we'll put their website link down in the description. But yeah, we definitely 100% recommend it. You can also just drive in here, drive yourself here, come, and they have a cafeteria here so you can sit out here and enjoy a cup of coffee.
It's beautiful grounds.
Yeah. Well, all right, let's get back in the car because we have a lot more to do today. Right now, we are hiking down to Cascada de Teixolo, located just outside the Pueblo, Mexico, Xico. And it's one of the most popular natural attractions here. You can see the scenery around me here, banana trees. It is so lush again. This is just such a beautiful region of the country. Everyone's taking breaks. It looks like it might be steep.
No one told me there were gonna be steps here.
Surprise! Sorpresa! And as you can see, it is quite steep, so take your time. Behind us here, you can see Canyon de Teixolo, and you can hear the waterfall. Let's go see it with our own eyes. And out here, you can hear the cicada, and we just learned from Armando that only the female makes that noise as she is calling the male. Sounds about right. And it's getting louder and louder, and I can see it right through there. Whoa! Let's come around the corner here. Amazing! Oh my gosh, so impressive. Incredible. Wow, coming around that corner and seeing this just blew my mind. It is 80 meters tall, and if it looks familiar, it was from the movie Romancing the Stone. They used it in the scene where they found the jewel in the cave behind the waterfall. This is the waterfall. How cool is that? And the further you go down, the more wet you're gonna get. There is this nice mist coming off of the cascade. And look over here. Look at the canyon forming and coming down. You're looking a little wet.
I am drenched. It feels so good though. The power of this waterfall just shakes you right to the core. It surrounds you when you get down there. The water is just swirling around you in the air, and the sound is like this trumpeting in your ears. You have to come here and do it. It is so incredible.
And while we're here enjoying this natural wonder, we want to give a shout out to our new patrons,
Kenneth, John,
Eric, and El Conquistador. Thank you so much for joining this community and for supporting us. We are so grateful for you.
The reason why we're standing here right now in front of this incredible waterfall is because of you, and we appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts.
We sure do. If you want to join our Patreon community, we will put the link in the description below. Well, all right, my tummy is rumbling.
Me too.
We gotta get to Xico and get some food, so come along. Going to the waterfall was free, but you do have to pay for parking right here. If you want to stop at a restaurant before you leave, there is one right here, and it has an incredible view. Come check this out.
And he just told us that this little path right here is from Romancing the Stone. Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner run off before they end up swinging over that gorge to the other side when the Colombians / not Colombians, because we were in Mexico, were shooting at them. So cool.
Yeah, and you totally see it too.
Absolutely. I'm going.
And we are actually walking the path right now, you guys. How cool is this? You definitely got to watch the movie tonight now.
This is actually the spot that they jumped from when they swung across the gorge. It's pretty far down.
Yeah. All right, now we're gonna hop in the car. We will see you over in Xico. Welcome to Xico, and as you can see, I got a little bib on me. We are at Restaurante La Concordia, and look at Adam, he got his bib tied on him too.
Oh yeah, the guy came right over, smiled, tied it up for me. I felt so special.
We were like, they definitely noticed when we walked in who gets dirty.
They know me.
So yeah, we're just gonna wait for our food, but this Pueblo, Mexico, when we were driving through here, so much character, so colorful.
Papel picado or plastico everywhere, man. It was gorgeous.
Has a lot of charm. So.
Can't wait to check it out after lunch.
Yeah, we're gonna head to the Zocalo. We just got our drinks. When we tasted it, we were like, we know this flavor, but we couldn't put our finger on it. But it's actually made from like the root of a climbing plant, and it's the base of root beer.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It has a really unique flavor. It's really delicious.
¿Qué es esto?
Choleki.
Choleki.
Looks like beans and cheese, like a bean soup.
Great flavor.
Yeah.
There's like a sweet and salty in there, and it tastes like spinach. I mean, it probably is like a tree spinach, but man, it's delicious.
Oh, good. And look at this. It looks like it has like some dough in it, like a little dough ball.
Oh, maybe a dumpling?
Adam's swimming in my soup. Let's taste him. Wow, Adam, this is so good.
Thank you.
You make wonderful soup.
And I already got myself.
It's already saved you.
I think my reputation may have preceded me.
And here come the mains. Oh, that looks incredible. This is called Hicanara, and it looks like a little sampler plate of everything.
Oh yeah.
There's some cheese, right? Grilled cheese.
Some sausage. I see some steak right here. Beans. There's some mole.
Wow. And then we got the mole de la casa, the mole of the house.
It all looks so good.
Yeah, these are both very traditional dishes here in Xico. Let's jump in,
baby.
And I just tried the mole, and it's a lot sweeter than a lot of the other ones we've had, like compared to like mole poblano. And it comes with a sweet tamal as well. I think they use more fruit in their mole, so that's why you get that sweetness in it. It's absolutely delicious, and definitely a little bit of spice on the back end. Mwah. We are stuffed like a couple of tamales right now. In front of us is the Zocalo and their main church, and it is gorgeous. Check it out. Doesn't it look so cute? Right over here is the kiosco.
You can hear music playing everywhere. I think this would definitely be worth coming back and spending a night or an afternoon.
Yeah.
Because you can like feel this great vibe here.
Yeah, and the weather, it's so cool right now. You can feel that fresh air moving through. And what do you think that is on the front of the church there?
I have no idea. They must have had a celebration recently or something. It looks like a very decorative piece that they just kind of like stuck onto the front of it, but it must have taken a really long time to make.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. And I just asked this gentleman, and I think he said it was flor de pucharita. And the Zocalo kind of spreads out. Here's like the main little plaza. You can see the Xico sign behind us, which is a great place to snap a photo. And we've heard that this town is referred to as the jewel of Veracruz because it has preserved its traditions and the surrounding nature, as you saw at the waterfall, so well.
And something else that they are known for here is their fruit liquors. They've been offering samples all around town as we're like driving through. They're like, hey, try my liquor for free. But you know what? We're working and we need to stay focused for you. So we're not going to do it. But when you come here, if you try some of this, let us know how it is.
Yeah, it looks good. We have one last stop today. We're heading to the Pueblo, Mexico of Coatepec. We'll see you there. Welcome back. We have made it to our second Pueblo, Mexico of the day, Coatepec, which is located just 10 kilometers north of Xico and 12 kilometers south of Jalapa, so it's kind of like sandwiched in between. In front of us here, it looks like their main iglesia. It goes by the name Iglesia Jeronimo, I believe. And then behind us here looks like the plaza, so we're gonna take a walk around there, so come with us.
Wow, we are in the main plaza and it is going off right now. There are people everywhere. There's vendors, they have a little market going on. People are just enjoying themselves, eating some delicious treats around here.
It's definitely a lot busier and bigger town than Xico. I think you said the population was
80,000 here, and Xico was only 15,000.
Yeah, so it's a lot more lively.
I'm sure on the weekends, this place is just like crazy.
Yeah, I bet. And this city has a lot to offer, but the number one thing is You guessed it, coffee. As you saw earlier, this region is just ripe for it. And I heard that they actually made their mark in 1808 when the Spanish brought over an Arabic coffee seed from Cuba, and they brought it here and they planted it on an hacienda and it thrived. So from there, then they started planting more and more and experimenting and figuring out how they could get this product to do well here. And obviously they did. So yeah, that's why this city is known as the coffee capital of Mexico.
That's awesome. And you can even see in this art right here, these are the ripe red coffee beans. They're pouring some coffee right there. I mean, what an awesome place. Just over here, there's also this is the town hall and the Coatepec sign.
Which is a great place to snap a photo.
Oh man, you stole my line. We're walking through the market and Antonio gave me some free samples. You know I'm a sucker for free samples. And we are walking away with some chocolate covered coffee beans with cinnamon. We got the pistachios with dark chocolate and these marshmallow mint coffee chocolate as well. Antonio, I think I might be in love. Gracias. And we got a new subscriber, people.
I love it. Yay.
I'm gonna ring the bell for you. I'm ringing this bell.
Thank you.
No,
Gracias.
thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
When you come
gusto.
down here,
You have got to get his chocolate,
Yeah.
Antonio's chocolate.
Come say hi to Antonio.
He's not the Banderas Antonio, but he is the chocolate Antonio, and you are gonna like him even better.
Gracias, hasta luego.
Gracias. Man, we gotta get out of here because I just want to keep on buying more and more delicious treats.
Everything's like, Adam,
Please eat me.
But yes, thank you so much for joining us today.
Honestly, you make these days so much fun, and without you, it just wouldn't be worth it. So thank you for being here with us.
Yeah, if you're a coffee lover, ecotourism, that cascade was amazing. If you like sweet treats and checking out cute little Pueblo Mexicos, we definitely recommend it. Like we said, we're making it back to Xico and Coatepec because we just barely scratched the surface here.
Like I said, this was just a little taster, both literally and figuratively.
Yeah, but thanks again. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a big thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to
Ling, 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 ling the bell.
And before we go,
we just have to say thank you so much to the man that made today not only fun, but so interesting and educational. Armando here was absolutely wonderful, and we recommend him to anyone that's looking for a tour in Spanish or English. He offers a ton of different stuff all over the region, so definitely look him up when you come here. We're going to include his information in the description below.
yes, A+.
Look for me.
A++.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, I work for you in Veracruz.
Perfect. Gracias.
Gracias.
We'll see you
Next time.
Adios.